It really bodes well when I hit start streaming and start recording on OBS and it briefly stops responding. I haven't restarted the computer to do my usual ritual because I was like, fuck it. So hopefully this will behave itself. At least to its usual degree. I see a man. A man running away. Oh, calls up at the other minute. Maybe Dave will be able to join us again soon. As he's been getting progress, and I've been helping him with progress. I just noticed I had set the timer in the top right in game to Eorzean time because if I remember it's something like 1 a.m. for the rare mining spot in or unspoiled mining spot in fucking this is typing. If he says like I'm eating food, I'm about to go like hello. Eat it on the stream, I don't care. I can feel a bit of meat between my teeth. Hello.
Yes. Chris is typing.
He is. He made a burger, so he'll be a bit, no worries. I mean, honestly, I don't mind if he eats it on stream, I don't care. I don't. This isn't a professional operation. I see a man running back and forth behind me.
I see you've got
surprise.
the summer outfit.
I do.
You can put that stuff in the armoire. Did I explain the armoire?
I don't remember. You probably did, because I did put some stuff in there. I was thinking about putting some stuff in there. I don't remember if I did it or not, but I probably will.
If I did explain it, or if I didn't, the armoire is the one that's next to the glamour dresser, and you can put stuff in it for free, but it's only a certain equipment that's like special. Seasonal equipment is included, so you can put all your seasonal equipment in the armoire.
Good, good.
So it's like making glamours, but you don't spend the prisms, and they're just free.
Excellent. That's good because space in the armory chest is a bit of a concern at times. Unless you're doing that every fucking crafter and gatherer class. And I also have like spare shit lying around so I can like hand stuff to my retainers when they get to the right levels.
I just noticed I didn't actually finish getting the stuff for the Moonfire Fair. I got the piece of that, and I got the one piece of clothes, so let's go to Costa del Sol.
Yeah, why not?
While Chris is gone, we'll just do the Fate a couple times.
Costa del Sol. Oh yeah, right. I hit down when I shouldn't have.
Chris took a funny screen after you left. Chris finished doing the fate, so he got all the stuff.
And he posted the screenshot of him with all the whales.
Yeah, that was him finishing up the seasonal event. We stayed on call for like probably like a half hour, and we're like, hey, because he finished the seasonal event, and then we're like, hey, let's have a discussion. And we just talked about UI. And what the most comfortable way to play the game is that however Chris wants it to be. So
Yeah.
because of the customizability of Final Fantasy XIV. What I also realized last time is usually I said they usually have a big tower you can platform up during the Moonfire Fair. I realized why they don't have it this year, because they just made mounts able to fly.
It'd be nice if they still had it though, for the people who want to do it.
I feel like they might not have had time to like make conditions where it's like climbing tower cannot use mount. Because they had the obstacle course where it was like, well, you can't use a mount once you've initiated the obstacle course to get the reward.
Fair enough.
So they might have, that might be the reason it's just a single fate this year, is they might have toned it down so they could have more real development time.
Yeah, especially with
focusing on the seasonal event.
Everything going on probably makes some stuff untenable. Bunch of people. Like I looked over there and saw like 2 Lalafell, and then saw the little wind-up things. I was like, oh man, Lalafell and smaller Lalafell. It's just wind-up minions.
All the, any of the little vouchers you get, you can just buy fireworks with.
Yeah. I have a bunch already because I had spares. I might not even do the fit myself, I might just stand and watch.
That's also acceptable.
Or just for the fun of it.
They're splashing over there, look at that.
It's happening. Shark has spawned in.
He's coming.
But yeah, like, so I was doing a book, as I was helping with David with some of the endgame raids and dungeons and shit. He's finished ARR now, actually. He's also actually done all the way up to World of Darkness as well.
How's it been with him?
Pretty good. He's completed like his Bard storylines. He's got all his max Bard gear and shit. Like, really quite enjoyed all the raids. The 24-man one he thought was fucking wild. I was like, oh, you think it's wild? You try being a melee DPS in the middle of it. And, yeah, he's going pretty well.
That's good, I'm glad he's having fun.
He's quite enjoying it.
Hopefully he'll be able to hop in a couple times again, because I know he's busy.
But I think the Sunday stuff is like, or this weekend stuff is like settling down a bit, but I don't know if he'll join us on he might join us on weekday ones eventually, who knows, it just depends where stuff goes. It'd be nice.
That'd be good.
And doing all that, I had gotten to the end of a book I was on, and the only dungeon in it was Holly Tally on Hard. And I was like, ah, shit. And then I looked it up and saw the Holly Tally on Hard also needed another book, so I decided the compromise would be I'd run it once that time to clear that book. Because there was a book after it I could do without doing any new dungeons. So I got the two of them done. And then I was like, okay, I will not do any more after that, I'll just put the requests in for the ones I need to do for us to do now. And then after that, all the books left I don't need to do any new dungeons with, so I can slam them out. Without worrying about... You know.
I feel like I remember you doing most of the new dungeons in those books. I'm surprised that you don't.
Yeah, like, I think, because we'd done, it might be partly because the books we did together had like a bunch of them.
No, they just had a couple, really.
I don't remember, but
we're gonna have to unlock all the dungeons and all this stuff.
As it is, we only need, like, the three I mentioned, Brayflocks, Holly Tally Hard, and Hawk Hard. And once that's done, that's all the dungeon spread for the books, and I can do all the rest. We'll have seen everything. And then we can just do the other dungeons at our leisure, whenever it suits. I'm getting an actual better look at this fight.
Yeah, because there's only a minimum amount. There's a small amount of people.
Yeah, I'm not in the fit myself, so
it's not the first day of the seasonal event after the first day of the major patch.
So it's actually reasonable now.
Yeah. Everybody just renewed their subs to do 5.3, and then the seasonal event starts the day after. What do you think's gonna happen? Everyone's gonna pile in.
It reminds me that I saw when I was like fucking about doing Fates for book. I saw like discourse in the open public chat about like the hunt marks or something. Like someone going like, "Did you seriously just come like jump worlds to do an ARR S rank or whatever?" I was like, damn, fucking people arguing in public chat about hunts. And apparently it was like some sort of piss up between like Discord hunting clans or something, and all the rest of it. I was like, oh damn.
That's funny.
There's two people not in the fit just doing the dance in the background, and that's funny.
I think that is funny. Vouchers. I'll have to do it one more time though.
Yeah, 'cause it's like 25 for everything in it.
Yeah, and I bought the piece of furniture.
Yes,
I think
right.
Chris bought the piece of furniture too though, because he did it twice and got 15 both times, so he had 30, and then he bought a bunch of fireworks.
I didn't buy the furniture, so I was like, yeah, it's fine, the house has it.
But it'll never come back. Don't you want to at least have it?
How much is it?
5.
5. I might jump
Just
in.
by participating in the minimum amount, you probably would get the 5. I think that's the minimum.
Yeah. One way to find out.
As long as you do like a single dance, probably.
Yeah. I'll go in, I'll do the single dance and just walk around the
and see what happens.
The Barak Hatmen just do the saucy dance in the background.
I saw that backflip.
Sometimes you just gotta.
You know what probably didn't help last time too when there was that many people is the fact that you have all their names turned on too.
Yeah.
In my UI, I think I said it before, I have all random players' names turned off.
Yeah.
But I still have friends displayed, party members displayed, and I have it so if I click a person, their name displays. So
Fair enough.
this guy is named Levi Yamato.
I like
because
just
I clicked
seeing.
on him.
I like just seeing the names as I go about. 'Cause you get some funny ones.
Although it can be a little stuff. Hey, look, this. Oh, it's Chris.
Hi.
Hello.
It's Chris. This person has the Kingsglaive title because they did the Final Fantasy 15 event.
Huh.
It's funny.
Always
Chris, I didn't finish doing
the summer.
the summer event, so I was doing that while you ate a hamburger.
It was a veggie burger, but
Okay.
I can't believe this absolute vegan over here.
like I like can't eat too many veggie burgers. Like I need a day buffer before I can eat them again.
Is it because of what's in them, or?
It's like not because like they're bad biologically or even that bad tasting. It's just something about them. Like my body's like, I'm like, hey, all right, let's make a veggie burger for lunch. And again, it's like, no, no. I'm like, oh, okay.
Isn't that why you had to have a Pepto-Bismol last time?
No, that was just, I don't even know why my stomach hurt that much.
Because it did. It just was hurting time. Anyway, I have to do the Fate one more time, so I'm waiting on it at the moment.
Wow.
Come join us.
We're
I
just
already
standing here
did it.
discussing. Yeah, but we're just standing here having a chat.
See the people on their wild mounts.
Look, there's the Iron Frog mount.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, look, if you look at it, it's a little frog, but it's a robot.
Oh, oh hell. Come stare at the Barra Catman during their dance. Partake of the beach.
You can invite me from anywhere, right?
Yep.
Okay, I might do a hunting log thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure David will also go down the relic path because it is long and winding. I've told him, but we'll see. He might.
Only crazy people do it, which is why I've done 2 relic weapons.
Yeah, I'm beginning to prepare for the steps beyond. I have like the fucking 3 bottles of superior enchanted ink, and I have like 1 bombard core. Yep. Splashing has begun.
They've done it.
There he is.
Big shark coming. Here it goes.
I like that he's just walking. He's just walking along.
You don't have to swim, you walk along the ocean floor.
The advantages of being just supremely tall. So I suppose there's nothing more fitting than someone in a dancer class being here.
Big shark.
Shark Lord. One dance. Let's see if that gets me 5.
Try doing the enkindling flame dance at least once, actually.
Lust
What?
achieved. That's 1 H.
Ow, there was sharks.
The fact that the Shark Lord has like shark magic is a hell of a thing.
The shark can send smaller sharks. Also, yeah, Chris, since it's been half a week, there's a much smaller amount of people doing this.
It's kind of sad.
Are we also in before the Yokai Watch event?
Yeah, the
Wednesday.
Yokai Watch event is Wednesday, yes.
Okay.
And the Yokai Watch event, like I said before, is the most infamous grind of all seasonal events.
Hey, maybe they fixed it.
I did notice one of the dungeons I was doing for the books, a guy had the Yokai Watch spear. And then he told me he was new to Tribuning, and I was like, sure.
I mean, you can get all the things and then not play a class.
You can, as they let you do.
Are
Just
you
what I intend
intending
to
to do that?
Yes.
Bad man.
Because what if Chris wants to try that class someday? I don't know, he's got it. That's why he's got to get a Yokai Watch weapon for all the jobs. Because what if he needs it someday?
The one he likes the most will determine his new class or Heavensward?
No. It's just whatever he wants to play.
I know.
It's just like, hey, it's me, Chris. I like to play the white mage.
The funny thing was David wants to change the Machinist because he's interested in it. And then we find out that Machinist is only in Heavensward, and he's like, ah.
We gotta wait till you start Heavensward to get that job.
Yep. That's
why they made all the Stormblood jobs and Shadowbringers jobs not in the new areas.
Lessons learned, I suppose. The Barracats has been dragged in. Oh yeah, David also uses Fantasia to become an aura with a giant pompadour.
I like that.
It's a fun thing to see. It bounces as he runs, it's great.
It bounces as he runs like Crash Bandicoot.
That video's great. Especially because it's using the Crash 3 lobby music, so it's like, sublime.
A lot more manageable amount of people doing the Fate today.
You can actually see where the AoEs are. And we're good. I just noticed it's the bomb itself saying get back, explosion imminent. I got 10 vouchers actually. Oh shit.
Wow. They must be pretty generous.
I guess I'll just use the other 5 for another round of fireworks. What's the other in there? Oh shit.
I spread all my stuff.
I'm deciding what I can scrap for space. Just selling off these two. I'll just use all these fireworks, but yeah. Okay. Yay. Actually, where can I put the furniture?
I don't know. Give it to your retainer.
I'll do that. Right.
Time to go back to the house and sort my inventory.
Same. I just realized I have a lot of shit built up from all the stuff I've been killing for these books. So, what are we doing first?
I don't know.
Then I will override your free will and say we should do the 3 dungeons. If that's okay. If that, do you have... You have all my materials, you might as well add these to the stocks. Why the hell do I have these bits of food? I have so many bits of creatures and bits of, like, beast tribe hand items from killing shit for fates. I'll sell most of this off actually. Hand it to my other retainer who handles items and also selling shit. Your adventure is complete. Get back on that, because I need more shards. Stash those, stash that, that, and that. Stash these, probably stash 2 of these. The rest of this shit I will sell. Big piles of mahogany I have for whatever reason.
I'll go put my summer gear in the armoire so it's made glamourable for free.
I think I will do the same. And yeah, the rest of this shit I will just sell. You have those, you might as well. Oops. Let's go weak myself, cause fuck him. I don't need this shit. Not really. Sell it myself. always it's viciously undercut people. Enough. I have some, I probably stick these in her inventory actually. Okay. Yeah, probably. And the rest of this shit I will go sell. I'll also stick that shit in my armor. Wherever I can reach an armor, I'll probably find one at some point.
Yeah, the inn, probably. Like where you go to the Glamour Desert, too.
Yeah.
It would be right next to it, so. I think that's inventory management done.
I believe so. Let's sell crap to these people, so I will. I do have these leather maps, or not leather maps, like different maps to get to at some point as well.
Something to note, you actually can sell to your retainer as if they're an NPC too. Like instead of, you don't have to put it on the market, you can just have them sell it for you on your behalf.
Actually pay attention to my retainers at some point. Right, yeah, I believe that's everything.
Now let's do stuff.
What?
Chris, if you want, you can share your screen.
Mordona. So we have to go pick up a dungeon quest. Which I actually should look up, because I don't know who has... Do you know who has the one for Brayflox's Longstop?
Not off the top of my head.
Well, let's find out.
Hey look, Chris's brand new UI.
I can't see it just yet. Coding is always weird. Alright. Yeah, I got it from Curds and Slay. Looking for Weisskate. Oh wait, I speak with her at Costa del Sol. What? Oh wait, no, the person we go to is in Costa del Sol, I guess. Blow Zone here in the bar.
Now we gotta go there.
Nah, we gotta go to Blow Zone in here first. Blow Zone. Chris, you need to come here and talk to Blow Zone.
Where is here?
Mordona. wait for Chris to appear.
I do like the UI though. Just keep in mind that
Thanks.
as you unlock more moves, it's going to be a constantly changing thing, probably.
Yeah, it should be fine.
New UI is pretty trim. Got all the stuff up the side now, look at it.
What are we talking to?
Blowzone. He's in the corner.
And then what?
You want that curds and slay. I want the top. You good?
Yep. Oops.
Alright, we're going.
You just gotta talk to the person to unlock it, I think.
Yep, we're off the coast of El Sol. Alright, we're looking for a marked person. Alright. And I need to go talk to her to unlock it. Alright. It's time to find out if I can just fly over the mountain range and ferries and shit. Or the bit you need the ferry. I guess you can.
We can fly over the mountain now, you don't have to go between the two zones.
Fucking astounding.
After so many years, you can just fly over the mountain now instead of taking the ferry.
Truly we live in a blessed age.
We are there. Just say, hey, unlock the duty for me, please.
Brayflox is no cheese maker. Alright.
You know what's weird? You could probably notice it, but now that flight is allowed in all areas, there's actually a flight wall on the map instead of like two little black lines.
Yeah, I've noticed that. And if you try to go
Uh,
too far, it'll just like hit you with a barrier at points.
If you try to walk this way... Oh wait, no, it's kind of stops. But I can go further if I'm flying because you can't land on this.
And then there's the
Weird.
wall.
And then there's the actual wall, so it's like there's a second wall. Which is
Interesting.
weird. They did say, hey, we added flying, but there's a couple places where it's not too pretty, but it's more convenient.
Yeah, 'cause this wasn't designed with flight in mind.
No, it wasn't. All the future areas have been. Let's do a dungeon. For a
Alright.
fungeon.
Turn off Desmio Darkhold, lest we get sucked into that. That would be unfortunate. Alright.
This time the Goblin Illuminati is up to no good. And they got their big machines.
Fiendish gobble. Seems like they've been doing a number. A whole on tank. Fuck this place up proper. It's the goblin holding a sword. Alright.
We do want to be a little quick because they're going to keep throwing AoEs at us with their big cannon.
Figured as much once the show that first one.
Hey, get away from them.
Okay. Illuminati soldier is just such a name to see as an enemy in this. Yeah, let's put him down there, don't we? I do notice that this stream seems to have a different AoE from there.
Oops.
What's happening?
Targeted correctly. Trying to learn the controls.
I am changing the whole UI.
Yeah, you change all the controls. I told them the best thing is probably having like people do have weird control setups where they're like using like F and D and like instead of just one through all the numbers.
Yeah.
And I was like, as long as it's like comfortable like on the hand where you can easily go like bop bop bop, then it's probably better, no matter how weird it is.
Yeah.
But
It's gonna take getting used to.
I'm sure it will. That's why I said like if you want to change your controls, the earliest you can is the best. You're just gonna have to get comfortable with it. But there is definitely no rush. We're just casually killing some guys.
And the next dungeon we're doing Holly Hard is also pretty easy.
Hard is kind of a misnomer for these dungeons.
Yeah.
It's more like Brave Flox's Long Stop remix.
For the Copperbell Mines one, did have a bite to it.
It did. It had a little bit of
That's some
challenge.
spice.
Let's go up the stairs too.
Thank you. Oh, this guy isn't really using his boost by too much. I did want to kill another Illuminati.
It's a weird circle.
Tiny key. Maybe it unlocks a tiny door.
I don't think any of us could fit through a tiny door.
I think Chris is the smallest amongst us, because he's regular person size.
Smallest regular person.
It's really dark in this dungeon.
It's,
Is it though?
I think partially because it might be nighttime, I don't know.
Yeah. Go be gone.
I wonder if the tiny key opens this door. It does.
Damn. Illuminati commander.
Oh man, he's
It's
targeting
a
me.
man. The man.
Whoa.
Okay, so he's tethered to you, so despite any aggro, he's just gonna keep hitting you. So the point is to just kill him before he can hurt you too much.
Yeah.
His whole point of existence was to hit the healer.
Sneaky Illuminati folks. Their advanced tactics.
That wasn't very hard.
No, it was pretty standard.
Heavy gauntlets. I don't need them.
Yeah, I don't need them, so I passed on them. It launches Illuminati gliders for flying goblin men. My god.
I want to kind of take these guys to get in a whole big brawl.
Ow. Ow.
Things I noticed while doing more like solo dungeons, so to speak, is learning to appreciate when the tank keeps tank stance on. So I can run after enemies and keep just like throwing my spear into their back if the enemy coming around and punching me instead.
There is occasions where you, because I'm running ahead of the enemies, you end up picking him enough and he's like, hey, I've got a little aggro. I usually try to correct that by doubling back for a second and then doing AoEs a couple times.
Even if it is a bit risky in that regard, I do prefer just having something I can slam out and keep my damage going as we run. I like DPS to be in my nature. The fact that the white mage jumps up a bit to this little ball that explodes and it's like right at camera height.
It's more like a float.
Well, you're right, yeah, it is actually we float.
We liberated 2 gobbles.
Yay.
Now,
Did we ask what a dross dump is?
ask what?
A dross dump is? Because apparently we have to...
Hey, look.
Oh.
They open the little hole. See, look, we can fit in the little hole. You said we probably couldn't.
I feel like you and are probably actually straight up couldn't, because you're both big beefy rugged men.
Anyway, let's fight this big machine.
So, the vaunted Magitech weapons of the Empire are now being matched by goblins hacking them together in their Illuminati backyard.
They're pretty much. They're just good at technology.
That's astounding.
This guy get away from me.
Oh, there's a glider. Let me get that guy for you. I didn't notice there was an ad on the field. And wait, it's dead anyway.
Damn. Sneaky Illuminati tricks.
Oh, one guy's behind me again.
Another one guy!
Appearing like assassins in the night.
I've heard about one guy in Twitch chat, but this is ridiculous.
Gavin probably hasn't.
No.
It's usually when people are like asking for, oh, this guy's put a lot of puddles.
Poo on the
Say
ground.
streamer asks for advice and a flood of people keep responding and the streamer accidentally picks the one guy who's wrong.
Ah, okay.
And they're like, one guy.
Nice. They're very charged.
Yeah, but we're not in a boss fight, so it's only a limit break 1.
Oh yeah, one of the times I was running had an astrologian as a healer, and I did not understand a single thing he was doing.
Astros just play card games. They play a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh.
It was just occasionally, just like something would appear on me and say unexpected Helios or whatever, and I was like, oh.
That's just like a different type of regen.
Coming back online.
They just have different types of regen and stuff. And
Yeah.
the thing with Hey Big Cat, the main mechanic is that, like I said, Astrologian draws cards.
Yeah.
And what the cards actually do is they used to all have different effects, but in Stormblood, to some people's chagrin, they mostly do the same thing unless you do like weird card combination. Where it's like, if you play this card on another player, it'll give them plus 2% or 4%, I don't remember, in their DPS. So a big way that Astro actually does damage is by buffing your party members to do more damage on their behalf. It's a neat class. It's still got, like, it's not that different. Like, the healers aren't that different from each other. They just have minor differences in their own mechanics.
I think it was mostly the names was thrown. It's like we not identify any individual effect in the healers thing.
Yeah, most of those effects you saw were kind of basically just similar to things White Mage do. They're just named differently. And then some things are a bit unique to them, though. They have their own spin. But it's funny because they have cards.
Synchronized key grabbing.
And scholars have books. Scholars are primarily based on like doing shielding, so overhealing the party members.
Mostly, at least so far in the hard versions, there's like not a lot of little different paths or anything.
Yeah, they started to make them more like linear with just branches instead of because they realized like it's a station. You're like, hey, there's a big main room with a bunch of side rooms.
Yeah.
No one ever goes in the side rooms. They just go to the end of the dungeon. So they simplified it with just smaller branches instead of labyrinthine structures.
Fair enough. This is really a Goblin War all about cheese.
You gotta get the cheese recipe.
I legitimately thought it was just Brave Fox being weird, but now it's legitimately a cheese war.
I might be remembering this correctly, but I think the Illuminati's whole thing is being a collective of knowledge.
There's a guy on me again.
Oh, Chris! Oh, it's a sniper. We gotta kill it fast. It's a sniper. It's just gonna kick up. Yeah.
I guess I got run over in the mayhem.
Oh, that's a bit of a problem.
Oh yeah, that is that too. You were being sniped and the tank ran you over, killing you.
Oh, well, this is
instantly.
deeply unfortunate.
Okay, this one you do AoEs to knock the bombs to the end of the arena.
Get the fuck.
Now that you've done a bunch of AoEs, there's a little safe spot in the middle.
Yeah.
Just a little one though. I don't know if we'll be able to get through this though.
Get the feeling you will not, because eventually you will be worn down, and then me and him will just like collapse like here.
Okay. Wiping, we should maybe try and really focus on snipers because they're gonna go straight for Chris.
Yeah.
And that's not good because he's the healer. If he's not here, we're gonna die.
And we now know the tank is doing death circles around the edge of the thing.
It is doing death circles. The center of this arena is the safest place.
If only that was a DPS class that had a circle AoE and not a straight line. Oh, with the circle AoE that's not on a 3-minute cooldown.
Ooh. Hi, Chris. Thanks for cheering us on, fam. Appreciate it.
If only he could heal us through the barrier.
No, they said, hey, you're not in this fight. You can't do that. That's cheating. Hey, I did.
I'm about to die.
Limit break.
Second win. Let's go.
No, don't do limit break. We want to save it, actually.
Alright. I was about to. I'm about to die.
Unless you get limit break too, then damn.
No, I'm about to die. I got sniped the shit. It's just like 2 snipers now.
Okay. Yes. Okay, Chris, wait for it. Stay closer to the middle, and also we need to be on the lookout for the snipers more so, because they're gonna just go, hey Chris, let's shoot bullets at you. That's no fun. They're like, hey, I can ignore aggro because I'm tethered to you.
Goblin technology is the wildest. It defies the mechanics of the world itself.
Yeah. So yeah, they're like, hey, the Illuminati has like a knowledge collective. It's like, we gotta have all the knowledge, including this recipe on how to make the best cheese from this other goblin.
It's wild. I like that.
Alright.
Let's go.
Oop, oh,
he's
the
going
DPS
for it.
just aggroed. He just went for it, okay, yeah. One to the middle.
It's him who gives people like me a bad name.
Yeah, that's the dragoon we all make fun of.
I locked on.
Yeah. The sniper.
Okay. The sniper is dead. He's gonna do that, and now he's gonna drop bombs. Chris, I think holy might work.
Maybe stop knocking them away.
Well, the whole point is to knock them away as fast as possible. Okay, the center is safe. Sit in the absolute middle.
Okay.
And that's the general pattern of the boss. It doesn't get too much more complicated than that.
Considering you almost beat it basically completely without healing, it's probably.
It's not too complicated, no.
I mean, the wonder if Limit Break could kill the fight.
Sniper!
Where is he?
God damn it.
That's
Ow!
fine. You're good. You're good. I have decreed it thus.
You're good. You're good. And stop. Okay.
Why did that one attack? Everyone else is sorted because they have faster AoEs than me.
Yeah. You get better. You should have Dragon Fire dive.
I already did in the first wave. It's still on cooldown.
Well, you can only do so much. Just know that I still believe in you. Oh, there's 2 snipers.
Ah, he's gone on this fucking bomber. Oh, he's targeting you. Eat shit.
Yeah, this move exists.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Medica 2. One of your better moves, because it's like, heal everyone and then put a regen on them instantly.
Dragon Fire dive. Wolf.
Sit center. Alright, wow. Big bomb!
Balls?
What? Ow.
He did a straight line, I forgot about that. Okay, yeah, we gotta just kill the big bomb straight up.
Dead. Ow.
Like, I can't even do anything about that time. Come on. Honestly.
I don't. Okay, yeah. So he does that 3 times. I definitely forgot about that, but he's dead. I don't even care. Yeah. I thought he kind of just repeated his last pattern.
So did
to the
I.
end. I forgot he did a big bomb, and then he does a straight line dash through the middle of the arena a couple times while he's circling.
I feel like that should have a red bar.
It should, and in the later expansions, you'd find that they signify those a bit better. Like, he would definitely have a red bar if this was later on. But they didn't add. They definitely added the spinning around guy. They gave him an AOE. But they didn't.
I have
give
to
him
go back.
this. You can come back. You can just hit home point. Because once the dungeon's finished, if you hit home point, the home point is the boss arena.
Hey.
We're good.
And that is that book completed. I'll go change books and then we'll do Tally Hard.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
That's acceptable.
Okay. I actually did Tally Hard with David just because once he was the post game he was getting shit. I was like, hey, I'm doing a hard dungeon, come along.
Yeah, Tally Hard, the story of that one is that, hey, remember when you did Tally the first time and it was an old training ground overrun with monsters?
You know, you cleaned it out, they came along, tidied it up, and it's now an actual arena.
It's a training ground again. They took it back now that you cleaned out the monsters.
Alright, I'll be back and fucking off to Mordona to change these books. I did like that the guy going into Tally was like, oh, you know, we did a bit of cleaning up, a bit of mass burial, and now it's all up and running again. It's like, yeah, that's... You know, put it so simply. I've also noticed in doing Fates, not Fates, Lives, like every single area seems to have its own version of like Necrologos, so it's just some mad necromancer scattering his book all over the fucking place.
That's what he does.
It's the things like that remind me of like the side quests and stuff and like the Final Fantasy Tactics games. There's usually little plot lines of some lunatic doing something nefarious and you just chase them up over the place. Right, I need another Fire 1. Okay. Oh, look at that gear.
I don't remember who unlocks Tally Hard for you.
It's Hugobert up front.
Okay.
I remember. The
Hubert.
quest name, I think, is like Time for Fun or something. Yeah, so this one will have Tally Hard, and then Central Shroud Hard, or not Central, Hawk Manor Hard, and then the last dungeon's just regular Sunken Temple of Karn. And I'll just sort all the rest of it. Once I've done that, that's all the dungeons, all the new dungeons, so to speak, cleared.
Then you'll be done with the longest part of the relic, which is books.
Yep. Sadly, I can't get Alexandrites to spawn yet, so that's gonna be fun. Because I need the books finished before they start spawning them, and then I'll just be running fates everywhere. Pretty sure I even already did this specific live quest already. Another book.
Oh, one thing, I just saw you editing your HUD, Chris. One thing I didn't mention is the target bar actually is the one unique element, and that you can break it up into like the 3 different pieces. The target's health, the target's casting and the target's debuffs, if that does anything for you.
Is he back?
I think he was.
Oh, I guess I didn't unmute, but
Yeah.
yeah, whatever the debuffs is, that's really the only information I want.
Yeah, you can like put those 3 different elements different places on the screen. So click the target bar and you would do the gear, I think. Then display target info independently. So yeah, progress bar is what they're casting.
Have that picked up so we can do it later. You need to come to Mordona, Chris, to pick up the next dungeon quest.
I think he's here.
Oh, is it? Yeah, sure enough. So you're talking to Hugobert, and you're looking for, it's called This Time's for Fun.
Shouldn't we just pick all of them up?
That would fill your screen very quickly.
It would.
I don't think it would.
Well, actually, you can only the actual sidebar can only display up to 5 at a time on screen. You'd then just open your journal and you'd have like, oh, there's 15 in here.
I think I'll just leave them where they are until we get more specific. I gotta go talk to the git at the front of Holly Tally, which is like eastern down the line.
See here. Let's head out then, I guess. Unless you're doing anything.
Has he got one?
Oh, he's got the quest. We're all set.
Let's go then. Holly Tally hard. Oh, someone doesn't meet the requirements for it.
Oh, he's got the quest, but we gotta go to
The dude, yeah.
the dude. The man. Where was it?
He's in Eastern Thanalan, just at the dungeon, Holly Tally.
Alright, we're teleporting.
Yeah, that might as well come along. For giggles and nothing else.
Giggles and goofs. Now you can fly straight out of the pit.
It's nice.
So good, isn't it? I do like flying on the fat cat.
And it helps that its description is like this. Oh wait, I think that's a different. No, I was thinking of the Moogle description again, the big one, which like this Moogle shouldn't be able to fly.
Yeah.
And it just quotes B movie.
This one is like, it's just a haunted spirit inside a giant gas cat or something.
Yeah. Okay, now we can do the dungeon.
Alright. The majestic creature. Hello, Anna. Boop. It's so nice having like instant queues being paired with people who are actually in demand and not having a 20-minute wait for fucking copper bell mines normal.
That's what you get for being a DPS!
This bias against my people.
You're oversaturated. Alright.
Alright.
Dungeon time. Which one is the one to go first? I don't remember.
I think it's this one.
You're right, it is this direction. We
It's
go
coming
to
in here and
first.
it's like actually set up like a little place of shops and shit. So it was very confusing when I didn't know what I was doing, and neither did anyone else because we were all new.
The first stage. Kill the pit basilisk.
Almost sounded like you said kill the pit bastard, which would be true. But
Basilisk, bastard, what's the difference?
there it is, simple.
You know what's good about Holy is the fact that it doesn't only do the damage, but it also has a chance to stun enemies, I think.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that, yeah, that guy resisted the stun there.
Some enemies are resistant to stunning, though. It's like, ah! Look, it's a mammoth.
Yeah, bully the mammoths,
Uh,
because they
No.
harass.
Alright, we're gonna go further, but it's a
Shit.
pretty long walk to the next group, so we'll just kill these guys.
Yeah, like, it's nice having a version of how I tell you. It's like actually kind of nicely done because it's like an actual obstacle course for doing anything, and also you can actually use your full move sets in it after we had to do it so many times.
oh, ah.
Don't worry, I got him. Let's go down. I'll just keep this guy on my tail. And we'll actually go to the
He
next
stopped doing
block.
AoE on you.
Don't worry, I got him. He still got his aggro too.
He's doing alright.
I don't care, he'll show up eventually. In the meantime, kill these guys. Alright. Now these bunch. And then I think behind that door is the first boss.
Someone's attacking.
Don't worry, he's not attacking you anymore. Again, though, there is always, I think, a delay from when I hit them and get their aggro to when they stop attacking the healer.
Yeah, if they're in the middle of an attack especially, they'll probably keep it carried through and then...
Like, if you have, like, on the enemy list on the side of the screen, if you see it and it's like, hey, I have a red dot, that means you have the aggro, so I need to actually hit that person. But if it's all green, then and you still get attacked, they're either ignoring aggro or they are delayed from being
So like,
under my influence.
every so often this guy will do... He's like the one Cyclops git who has the big tornado. Like that. Also every so often he will like start doing this shit where he casts hell magic, so one of us has to touch this. And then run to the mammoth circle so we don't
Okay,
die
run to
from
the circle,
explosion.
yeah. He's gonna do a big explosion.
I died
Well.
from the AoE floor.
Alright, Evan, don't die.
I'm not gonna! It's you and me! And also Gavin's coming back, but be careful. Ow.
Yo, I noticed he doesn't have the the swing AoE. On
You know,
that
he
yellow.
doesn't actually, which is weird that they added. Ah, he's doing Eye of the Beholder. Ow, I thought I was far away.
Alright,
Okay, activate the shield and stay here in the blue safety house. Oh, and Chris did rescue too. That means you know he's a good healer.
Save that guy.
Chris, you're gonna get zapped. Oh no, I think you. I don't know.
A little bit.
A little bit. Just a little bit. He's almost dead though. I don't care if I get hit. I'm just gonna kill him.
Dead.
See? Who cares if you get hit? You just killed the guy.
Just kill him, and then he can't hurt you.
Casting boots. Alright. We gotta go upstairs.
I will comically take these for my blue mage.
That's funny.
Okay.
Talk to this guy and he'll bring you back to the lobby.
Oh, I beat Punsy the next zone. Alright, is this? No, this is the lobby. Well, fuck, man. I never looked behind me. I just thought it was a whole new zone. Shows what I know.
See, we went this way the first time though, see?
Yes.
Now this door is open. Now that we beat the boss, so we can go this way. It's a different door.
Gird your loins.
Gird your loins, please. There's
Whoa,
werewolves.
whoa! Surprise cat.
I don't like a surprise cat myself, but sometimes you gotta deal with them. Once we beat these, nope, even in the middle of the encounter, another one just came out actually. And this one from behind. This one's different colored. That means it's strong.
It's fancy.
If it's different colored than the rest of them, and it's a recolor, that's how you know it's stronger in an RPG.
He does.
Next challenge. Some lemurs and a vulture.
Wow.
Each foe more fiendish than the last.
Let's take the basilisk too. Let's see what we can do down here. I'll do my special damage over time.
I'll position myself away from Chris so that the screen is not blinded.
Holy really does have one of the biggest effects of the game, I think.
Yeah, I noticed our person with us is a summoner, so they might have like Mega Flare, which is like the brightest one again.
I don't know if Summoner has Mega Flare. I think they might. Gold Bear? Oh no!
Oh. Fucking bear.
A bear? Where? It's right there.
That's it. Give controller. Man.
Another bear. Oh, two bears actually.
This is
That's worse than
hell.
one.
Whoa!
I got the trophy for killing 10,000 enemies.
Oh, you got the trophy for getting mauled by a fucking bear.
That's all. That should be a trophy.
Your job as tank is to get mauled by a fucking bear.
And live.
In doing so, you become the bear.
Now it's 2 vultures and 1 lemur.
It's a delicate balancing act. Yeah, the summoner is also putting out giant blinding AoEs every now and then, so this is the optimal party composition.
Isn't there an option to turn that off?
There
off,
is.
like everyone's effect. Yeah, they're kind of like having most of ours on. Usually.
Yeah, I showed Gavin how to do it, but he was like, I like having the party's effect at least on. I showed you, Chris, how to do just like turn everyone else's effects down to minimum except for your own.
This one is weird. When his eye starts glowing, you need to touch a ball. We all must touch different balls, and then we can't be shot by the eyeball. Like text is almost saying the eye is now blue or whatever.
Ow. Whoops, that's the wrong button.
Which I would wait, I don't remember.
Yeah, just touch any of them, just grab one. If everyone's taking all the other ones, I might die. Yep. I turned around to grab the one I was near and the summoner was there. Anyway, I had been viciously owned.
Now we've got y'all got a stack of vulnerability though. No, we got 2 stacks of vulnerability, so we gotta kill this guy pretty fast.
Well, this is a recurring enemy in Final Fantasy. It's usually always some kind of cow or horse or general beast like this.
Okay, 4 stacks of vulnerability is bad, actually.
You know what I'm talking about. He's almost dead though. He dead.
It's a good thing he doesn't do, his attacks are all very small to coincide with him casting vulnerability so many times over. Because with 6 stacks of vulnerability, you are about as constitutionally sound as a leaf. You can get knocked over quite easily by a big hit. Not as nobler than single combat between gladiators, but it's not single combat, there's 4 of us.
And there's also several of them. This first one is a regular. This wasn't a lot of hell last time, that's fine.
I think it might be able to be random.
Lancer, but what good is a Lancer? I wish I had that at the moment.
Which one?
The giant X wave with the slash blast. He just did there.
Yeah, then you'd have more AoEs than just do like
AoE.
Dragonfire dives.
Exactly. This is the tank and healer pair, I think.
Yep.
You know the rules. Murder the healer.
It's a good thing their healer is very soft and is dead already. That was easy.
Crunch.
And I think there's one more.
Yeah. This one's like a full group, if I remember right. Yep.
2 archers and a warrior tank marauder fella. the archers are dead.
And then we'll bully the shit out of this man. I had to wait for Home Gang to run out.
Oh, that's why I couldn't move, because he did Home Gang. Home Gang was, yeah, his invincibility, like I explained before, but it also chains your enemy in place.
Ah.
So it's like, I can't go below 1 HP, because I have Home Gang on. And I also chain you in place, the enemy, but he did it to me.
Boss fight.
Alright. Oh, they're doing a big smash move. That's why it's all red. Hey. Hey, stop chasing.
Get back here.
I have your aggro, why are you chasing the summoner? Anyway, here's the big man.
So the little fucker will do a thing
Tail
where, like, the little fucker will do a thing where he'll like chin people into place. Whoever's not chin is to run up and smack the thing to let them out.
I think I'm chained. Is that what that was?
Yep. Where's the thing? There it is. Such a good.
You gotta break those
Yep.
so I get out of the bind.
And then he does his big AoE
And I'm
blast.
free, and I'm safe, and I'm good. I'm bound
I'm
again.
bound.
Oh dear.
It's over there.
Where?
It's in behind the monster. I think we're about to get
It's
hit,
both
though.
of us, actually. Oh wait, we're out.
Yeah, no, I'm still in it though.
Ow, but that was pretty big damage.
Oh, you son of a bitch. It's over there. Can I get out in time? Maybe? No. Ow, my bow. Stomp the potato.
I killed the Volamel first. Because he deserved it.
He deserved it.
Whoa, something right now.
That's the end of that one. Boy.
Are they gonna wait for their third command? No.
Let's get out of here.
Alright. Where am I? Where am I here? Where are you two? Now we must once more return to Mordor.
More donuts? Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. Hawk Manor hard.
I like Hawk Manor, it's a funny little house.
I kind of wonder what the story deal for returning to this one is. Because it was specifically that noble lady's house. Looking for Maniac Manor. Huh.
Alright, who gives it?
Where's their name? Lorianne. Her over here. Okay, I'm gonna need to go to Gridania. You good?
Yep.
If only my return could just take us there, but...
Let's go to Gradan.
Need to talk to Butler Man.
I remember Butler Man. Almost like it was yesterday.
Is it up in the back of the secondary, if I remember right? Yep. Pardon me. Occurs to me I haven't been around the back of Gridania in ages.
Actually, while you guys are there, I believe I know a fun fact. So, we already know all 3 of the city-states have their own residential districts where player housing is.
Yep.
The back entrance to where, the butler guy you're talking to is, it's theorized that was originally actually going to be the entrance to player housing, because you can see some, what looks like player housing over the fence. But that was scrapped in favor of a different path to get to the flower beds, which is Gridania's housing district. But I mean, you look over the fence, you can see some homes. It looks like people live there. Yet you can never go past this gate. Ever. I just think that's a neat fact.
Yeah, that's a nice sweet thing. And he just says it's for distinguished Gridanians, not you, the poor. Alright. Alright, Hawk Manor. Yep.
Yeah. Hawk Manor, okay.
I think that's just like straight below Gridania, isn't it?
It is, it's in the central shroud.
And why teleport? That's just down there.
That's fine.
Chris teleports anyway. Oh, he's banned for it.
There is still some walking distance, because this Aetheryte is in the middle of the area, and Hawk Manor is all the way to the west of this region.
Sure enough. Is there really a point to us, like, beyond being able to go in just to look for nosy, just for fun, is there a point to, like, going looking at the other residential areas?
I don't know if you have them unlocked. I think you both might have only unlocked the goblet.
Yeah, like because the woman who gives the Gridania one's sitting there at that Aetherite.
I mean, I unlocked them for the sake of having them unlocked.
I might just as that one nosy see what they look like.
All those quests are, because if you remember unlocking the Ul'dah housing district we have, it's like, hey, I hear they've got houses. Could you go check? It's like, if houses, we're just doing adventure housing right now.
Okay.
And then you go back to the NPC and it's like, darn, well, maybe I'll get a house eventually. And that's the end of the quest, and then you unlock the respective housing area.
Alright. We all good? Ready to go?
Yes.
Yep.
This other DPS is about to fuck us.
You can always tell when it's gonna happen. You just get a vibe.
Yep.
Oh! What a surprise! They right before the bell.
This is looking a bit more hellish than before.
Red.
I'm beginning to think we didn't do a thorough enough job.
Possibly, I don't know.
I also noticed it blocked off the entire lower area.
Iron Will. We're just starting up at the second floor.
Mm.
This dungeon is also less labyrinthine than its normal mode counterpart.
Mm.
Isn't he just the one guy off the bat?
I guess it's more just the haunting thing, like, oh, the Claviger is using necromancy on these poor fools. Turning dead man to demon. Acrobat. Okay, me and the red mage and holy, can you see anything? Side. Yep.
Pretty sure Chris has, like, everyone else's effects
Yeah.
besides his set to nothing, so I don't think he's seeing the red mage do big flashy moves.
Mostly me just, yeah, balding out at chat. So I threw Dragonfire dive into the middle of that. Red mage moves are very flashy though.
They are, it's nice.
Stand opposite Chris, just to minimize that a bit. Tiny key.
What? Here's a good question. Why are the keys so small in this game?
I don't
They're
know.
all tiny keys. Why is there no regular sized keys?
I think with mansions, it's just a mansion thing. So in Resident Evil 1, when you're in a mansion, you find tiny keys to unlock certain doors.
Yeah, but in Brave Fox's Long Stop Heart, we picked up tiny keys, remember?
I guess that's a goblin mansion? Yeah. Goblins are weird, they have wars over keys.
Another key.
If one of these keys is called like a big key, we're about to like flip shit.
I will. If I see a key called Big Key, I will absolutely lose it.
So that's when you know shit's fucked.
Okay, I think everyone's in my control at the moment.
Yep. It is actually handy that holy stuns, so that means I can just stand here and not have to worry about them fidgeting out of my line.
It's nice to finally be at a level where it can be used.
Oh, this trick again.
Whoa.
Those weren't statues at all.
God, I recall it. Manor Jester. Manor
Hey
Popper.
Jester, tell me a joke. I don't think this joke is very funny.
Ow. Ah, those guys went down pretty quickly.
Yeah. I was expecting a bit more, to be honest.
I interrupted his funny blizzard move.
Saw the interrupted pop up and it was like in blue text. I was like, what was interrupted? My goodness.
No, that was me. Like, you've noticed the moves that are like sometimes the enemy's casting bar is like red flash instead of just pure yellow. Those moves can be interrupted. I have a move called interject. I think you might have interject too, but I'm not sure.
I have stun, where I just kick the floor at them.
Yeah. Interject works based on the move. Stun works based on the enemy usually, so a lot of bosses are invincible to being stunned. So okay, these statues are gonna do big periodic bursts across the floor you might see. Like that. So, run.
Ow, my bones. Medium key.
We're safe here, I think.
Should be. Or statues will land at the same.
A big bunch of guys showed up.
South.
Hold on, it's like 5 seconds and I'll have a Dragonfire dive. I can't leave it. Yeah. Oh, well, some guys came over to punch
Oh,
this.
yeah.
He saw somebody and was like, that's a good person to attack.
I don't like this corner.
It's a kind of funky corner because your camera's weird in it.
Yeah.
Is there some line there about a void lamp?
The flame within the void lamp gutters out.
What does that mean?
It means those statues stopped doing the floor blast.
Okay.
But these ones still are. Run
He's
again!
Going, fuck it, he's going for it. We have a key for this door.
We do.
Balls.
There's more guys in there.
Damn
Were
it
you
all.
expecting anything different?
I was expecting a little bit of room before there were more guys.
I got turned to stone.
That's a bit unfortunate. Oh, he's a running. He got stuck and ran the other way.
Let me open this treasure chest.
Ooh. Was there any yet? Oh, so the guy got Manor Varnish. Down.
Time to fight the boss.
Ash.
From Pokemon!
More like Ash from Evil Dead, probably.
Pokemon!
Starts talking about his stick thing, you know. Let's go nasty looking. They might the bosses of that big AoEs like that. Must be hell playing a Black Mage.
Oh boy. It is pretty difficult for being a black mage, because it's like AoE, more like I'm gonna stand right here in my ley lines and
Just
take
keep
the
casting.
damage. And the healer better heal me after I intentionally take this damage so I don't have to move.
Oh, so help me God.
Or I will scream.
Safe, right?
That was safe, yeah.
Ooh, the bite to die. Maybe. Dead.
He's dead. What's in here? 2 belts.
I
I don't
desire
want a
neither.
belt. Another crystal ball, thank you.
Ah, we're in the cellar.
Ah, the cellar. I remember the cellar like it was yesterday.
Fond memories of having to check every room to find the one I missed because the game crashed. Well, not the game,
Alright.
my internet crashed, rather.
Alright, this is a good size to kill them very fast. Dead. See those skeletons? I'm gonna kill them.
Godspeed.
Uh-oh, and there's more skeletons.
Ah, the skeleton.
And there's a big blood.
Mine is straight up made of blood is a concept. I respect that concept.
Thank you for your time. Now let's kill this guy.
Oh.
Oh, and there's another bunch
Oh
of them.
no, more.
Skeleton.
Ow.
Whoever lived here has an awful lot of skeletons in their basement.
Yeah. How many
To
fucking
the point
people?
where it's concerning.
How many fucking people did like the wood whalers send out here? Because a lot of these are also called like Ultra Whaler. It's like, how many fucking people did you send to this mansion?
Oh yeah, the wood whalers for Gridania came out here and got turned into skeleton bones.
And demons and just whatever the
Before
fuck
we
else
go in the
wrong.
boss, let's go this way.
Ah, mapping.
Not just mapping,
Treasure.
a box. Look,
Half-light
a
ring.
ring. And look,
That's a good ring. I'm gonna greet that ring. Those are good earrings. I'm gonna greet those earrings.
Chris got the ring.
And the
the
other guy got
rando got the
earrings.
You didn't get anything!
I'm going to go cry.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, this is my entire aesthetic, so I respect it.
Is that fucking stock screen?
It might have been, I don't know. I have the cutscene off because I've already done this dungeon before. Let's kill it.
Also, the sheep sound, even though there's not a sheep.
I think the sheep sound is just a general metal sound. Spooks.
That has to be a stock screen, right?
I think yeah, you're probably right. Oh, there's an ad, and it wants to be a nuisance.
Oh, she's like invincible or something. Ah, she's doing the thing on him. Ah, it literally called Blood Rim. My god.
Ouch, you did Blood Rain and did a little bit of damage to everyone.
Oh, lady behind me.
Ladies? Ladies? Squats.
Ah, I've been hit with terror. Thought that area was gone.
Ow.
Yikes, yikes, I can't pop my damage reductions. Now I can.
Okay,
Thank you.
My brain is back. I'm looking again.
More Blood Rain. A little bit of damage. That, oh yeah, that really, that's a stock scream. There's no way it isn't.
Ow.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, is that Lady Amadine? Is that like the boss from last time?
I think that is the
What?
Ow!
I think we might have missed the mechanic. I don't remember.
Funny joke there.
Let me see how long I can last though, because I'm the tank.
Believe in
I
you.
soloed a boss once just doing this.
You see if you can survive until limit break. Okay, probably not.
Tank limit break is one of the most useless things in the game.
Well,
It's used in like 3 times.
balls.
Wrong way.
Just run away. I'm gonna run away. Goodbye. And there goes the death.
Which way do we go? This way. I don't like how this person's following me as if I know where I'm going.
Why didn't you? Isn't there a shortcut at the beginning still?
There is, yeah.
Yeah, but it only takes you so far.
And you go touch the crystal ball.
Is this right? Where am I going?
I think you're going the right way. I'll take the shortcut.
You get into the cellar and you just follow the path around. Wait, where did you go? 'Cause you're not here. He's here.
Where? How did they? What?
Chris, I see you. This way. You're going the right way.
Doesn't seem like it, because they didn't go this way.
Yeah, because they find whatever path they were on because they're here.
Is it? No way to actually. Hang on. I know you're right. I forgot. I think there's a crystal ball somewhere over here, though.
So, like, I guess we have to, like, probably kill her before, like, Lady Amadine appears then.
I don't remember. I might look it up real quick.
Go for it. It's like, feels like you can't kill the
Okay,
monsters.
yeah, it is where you spawn from the shortcut,
Okay.
but it has you turned around, I think. Alright. Let me look it up on the internet. Hawk Manor Hard. Halicarnassus. After a short amount of time, she will cast a spell to absorb the ad. Once the ad is absorbed, she will cast the unavoidable spell, Blood Rain. The more health the ad had when absorbed, the more damage Blood Rain will do. That's just a good thing to know, but I don't think Blood Rain killed us.
I'm pretty no, it did because it killed me at least. I'm pretty sure it must have killed Chris as well though. I killed everyone but you because you big beefy tank health because it did like 6,000 there. That was probably when she ate the boss then.
Make sure to get one of the handmaidens down to 0 health before she absorbs one. The final ad is Lady Amandine, the final boss from Hawk Manor Normal. Using a DPS limit break on her is strongly recommended, otherwise it is unlikely that enough damage will be dealt to her in time to make the Blood Rain survivable.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for her, and then...
Once the final ad is dead, the tank should drag the boss to the center. At about 15% HP, she will use Beguiling Mist. Once she casts a spell, it will send out a red pulse as soon as you see that pulse run to a corner. When it hits, all players will be forced to walk slowly towards the boss. This DPS race is much easier than the ad rates, but make sure you kill her before the 3rd Beguiling Mist.
Okay.
Okay, let's play. Let's hit the boss.
This is an appropriate jump for a dungeon called Hard.
She screamed.
Okay, it's 0 health. She's invincible for a bit.
Blood Rain. Just blizzard damage.
Go to...
Boink. Boink.
Ow.
One was at 0. All of them at 0. Sick. On the ground. There she is. Get that big fuck.
Ow.
You know, you can always tell when Chris gets hit when we play this game because he says, ow.
Alright, now that's actually at 0. Get fucked. The guy who said it was not entirely doable. Granted, we did use a level 1 DPS brick, but yeah, fine.
Up, bring her to the center of the room around this time. That's it.
Yeah.
That's about the center. I don't know if it's... Okay, get too far away from her.
Yep. I'm getting voided. Ow, my bones. She did.
That's that. Alright, I think it might have been we left her with too much HP the first time. I couldn't really tell though. I just noticed everyone was dead and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I think I didn't realize Amadine spawned until she was already been like absorbed. So that's on that. He left right before I could command him. The fucking monster. Alright.
Excellent.
Job done.
That's all the dungeons you said you had to do.
Yep. That's me sorted. I can do the rest of the relic books by myself now, so that's all of the dungeons sorted. This is just some combination of ones we've already done, or those ones specifically. So, what would you like to get up to now, as soon as we've done my end of things?
I don't know. Do you have anything, Chris?
Nope.
Is there anything specifically post-game you wanted us to see? Like the hunt, actually.
That's what you get by finishing your hunting log. Like, cause that's the thing. We've still got like a bunch of dungeons we can do and like stuff we can do but we can do that alongside doing story too now.
My hunting
story
log's
was
finished.
refactored.
On that front, at least. So.
Chris, is your regular hunting log finished as well?
Whoops.
Like you're not the Maelstrom one, but your Conjure. Yeah, he's done. I think we can unlock it, but then we might just want to... Yeah. Alright, what you want to do is go to your military headquarters thing then.
Alright.
I think this one you just talk to them.
Let the hunt begin, I figure.
That's the one. It should be inside the thing. I think it might be the guy talking. I'll let the hunt begin. Yep, that one. And then just talk to the guy and you have the hunts unlocked.
Regular marks and count for elite marks. Yes, and I'm gonna play into the meme and point out that this sounds remarkably like the same system in Final Fantasy XII. Child hunts as this monster hunter side quest, which was regular marks and then elite marks, which were fancier and significantly more difficult and often had dirty tricks. And the first elite mark he did was a cockatrice that was colored like a chicken.
So yeah, you can go to the hunt boards and it'll be like, hey, the regular mark builds is like a group of 5 different types of enemies, where it's like, kill this many enemies and you'll get some gil and a few allied seals. And the once a week one is like, kill this big monster that spawns occasionally and it'll give you like 100 allied seals for a big
is that like the giant, yeah, it's like the giant ladybug.
Those ones are the big ladybug and all the giant level 50 ones that are next to, like the weekly mark is just one big enemy.
Fair enough. You wanna hunt one big guy? I've got Skogs Faru, the elite mark.
One thing they also did was, starting in Shadowbringers, you can... What am I trying to say? You used to have to pick up they accept it from the hunt board before killing it would work, and would allow you to accept the reward. in Shadowbringers, if you just see one of those random level 50 enemies, you can kill them and it'll count.
Sick.
So, and with the allied seals, you can talk to the Hunt Bill Master and get allied seals exclusive rewards, like
so
funny outfits. And that's all there really is to the hunt stuff.
Some of these seem quite nice, at least.
Now you just have it unlocked.
Yay. I'm surprised that's all there was to it, honestly. I expect a second would have to go hunt like a shit or something.
Nope.
Hello, Mamily.
You can just accept them now.
Oh hey, Alexandrite for 50 allied seals. I have 40. Fuck.
There's another way to get Alexandrite later on in your relic quest, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure there is. Treasure box. Oh, you can get me Mimic Minion. Ultimate weapon miniature. Riding maps. I remember you saying about these.
Right. So anyway, like we can do more dungeons, we can get started on doing a bit of story. We can do just whatever.
Do you have a preference, Chris?
Not really.
I guess I'll once again be the decider and say, yeah, that's... Can we see what this Primal Awakening quest is, or is that still out of bounds?
I want to have full... Primal Awakening is the 8-man raid series.
For A Realm Reborn, or...?
For A Realm Reborn.
Okay, so...
I wanted to like have you guys have augmented Ironworks gear. Like a full set of it before we did that.
Okay. Well, that would require dungeoneering then, I would assume.
It'll take a little bit, but not too long, I don't think.
Well, let's go do some dungeoneering, I think. You making that noise right out there to say that, it's kind of like give you a better idea.
Thinking though real quick, because like do we want to do all the dungeons up front though, or do we want to like do story and then some dungeon and then do story and then some dungeon going forward, and then you get all the gear by the time we get to the end of the quests, and then we do the 8-man raid series, or like how do we want to get to that point, is what I'm wondering.
I mean, I personally see no problem, like, either doing all dungeons or all story. Either or.
I think a mix is better in my opinion.
Well, then story it is, I suppose. Where are we going?
We're going to the Waking Sands, everybody. Let's just do this story. Like,
It's always the Waking Sands. Why did I ask?
go to Horizon. The one problem is I don't want to feel like I'm trying to be too hand-holding. Like, do this and that and this, because it's MMO, you got freedom. But also, I'm like, hey.
You're also like, hey, give me your hand.
Give me your hand. Because we still haven't done anything regarding, we just built, lore-wise we just killed the ultimate weapon, and now what we do?
I would assume primal cleanup duty. Solving the myriad problems of the realm that we've dealt with the Empire for now.
What about that one teleport thing
Teleport thing?
that takes us to this place instantly?
Oh, that's like the
that's
tickets, but we don't have any.
Ticket. We don't have any tickets on us right now to go directly there. I don't know where you buy them.
Probably at the waking signs, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm actually gonna have to pause here a sec. Something is irritating the shit out of my eye, so I'm gonna go deal with that. So we'll actually be right back.
Boy. How's it going, Chris?
It's okay.
I'm glad it's okay. I'd be sad if it was not okay. Boy, Gavin's eye must be really irritated. I hope he doesn't have a cordial abrasion.
Uh-oh.
That would be bad. Do you feel you're getting used to your new control setup and everything?
Kind of. I mean, it's definitely better.
That's the most important part, is it being better, to be honest. Also, I know you kind of were like contemplating where to put the party list for a while.
It's still kind of odd sticking out like that. I really wish I could split it.
That would be quite a good feature to like be able to. I think what they should do is be able to make you like kind of shrink it down to make it more horizontal.
I mean, they have that for what is it? I forget what HUD element you can like have be going completely straight down, or like actually it might just be the hotbars.
The hotbars can go like a straight line, or like you can actually, the hotbar shape is right there.
Like just do this with the party.
That would be helpful, but I don't know if that's like a priority because people got used to the party list how it was. I don't know. Hopefully it's better, at least the way it is now for you, though.
I mean, it's like I don't want to look up, like in the top corner for it at least, so it's a little closer.
That's better. Some stuff.
Alright, I'm back.
That must have been some eye irritation.
Yeah, I don't need to. I found the doctor or something because I think I got an infection. It was like a weird white goo on the eye.
Ew.
Whoa, gross.
I've washed it and gently swabbed it out, so I'm good. The eye is now, of course, a bit stingy. But less stingy than it was when the goo was there.
There is something I want to get squared away, which is why I was more leaning to doing story at this moment, though.
What's that?
You'll see. Stuff for the first arc of the patch cycle.
figures.
We're very popular now.
I'm gonna go with no Minfilia because I don't know what the rest of you are fucking doing, but I'm out here killing gods without being paid for it, so...
You know how it is. Let's see what the team thinks about it, though.
I'm gonna say everyone but Ida is probably gonna be like, no, and Ida's like, money. Thancred will probably be a bit upset about it, he's probably not doing too well.
He's Thancred.
That's very enlightening, Thancred. I think I pretty much stand if you're still on this. Is like, fuck them all. Yeah, that's about what I expected from you, though.
Abandon your principles, nice. But yep, the first big problem is now that you're very popular, you're having a conflict about your neutrality and everything.
I don't know about Minfilia, but my thing is pretty clear cut. Nah, fuck all of them.
Yeah.
What we should do is like fucking demolish the Scions and liquidate our shits, like come back to the new base in secret somewhere else, and
Yeah, but the key issue though is that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
yeah, we are in Alda's territory.
That's the problem. So now that you're very famous, Alda in the Syndicate is like, hey, it's Alda's Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an Alda production from Alda.
No, but explicitly blaming them for this place not having anything, right? Ah, that's funny. Coerces? Oh, Mordona. That makes more sense.
We're moving out. That's why I wanted to do this story. We're moving out of the Waking Sands, everybody. You're not gonna have to go here anymore, or at least not as often. There are still some things you will have to go here for.
That desolate wasteland. Minfilia, we are here to kill gods. We don't get to be fussy. Moreover, Madorna seems like a nice enough place.
Mordona is in the middle of everything, and it is neutral territory not necessarily owned by any of the three city-states.
That would be the best place. Hell, we're right next to the Crystal Tower, and we should probably keep an eye on that anyway.
And in Revenant's Toll, what is there? An aetheryte. What? Oh, an aetheryte to go to? That you don't have to ride all the way to the Waking Sands to get your main quests anymore?
Get on, Ventulia. And that's standard basic Battlestar, and we just ordered to build 3 of them in one go. I haven't used it yet, don't know where it is, but in the show Galactica was equal to 3 of the Cylon ships. Fair enough. I don't know why you're so... okay, I get why she's so attached to this place, because she's not the one who has to fucking teleport to Horizon every single goddamn time.
That is true, she's here all the time.
So this shit where we should big boss it and fuck off to make our own grand Godslayer company. I'm not saying that Gaius was right, but...
Maybe he was only a little bit right, if you take out all the imperialism parts.
well, you take out all, literally everything except for the fact that he's like, you're pretty sick and you should do the job. Then, yeah.
So the real problem, though, is Minfilia doesn't want to leave because this was her mother owned the place, I think.
I mean, you can still own it and use it as like a forward base or something, but... oh, damn you, Ventulia. Alright, Costa del Sol.
You gotta talk to the funny guy. You know the one.
This man who desires dances and fancy drinks. Every rich fucker in this game is like a goddamn Lalafell who never fail to notice it.
They're so small you can compact a lot of evil in there.
Oops, hold on. This stick. Jesus. Yeah, on the wine port. The perfume was so ghastly.
Minfilia's mother's name is Flamine, but I just call her Flim Flam.
Who's this fucker? There he is.
That's a much simpler name.
That's funny. He goes, I haven't seen the last of any description for a while, or except you. I mean, okay, he did say adoptive mother, remember, right? So her being a Mikute could be fine.
Yes,
So,
she was adopted.
I guess. Do we know that Philemon is a Mikute? I assume so.
Yeah, she's a Mikote. Minfilia's real father died in the first cutscene of Final Fantasy XIV 1.0. The game doesn't exist anymore. In a tragic accident during a parade. There was a parade happening in Ul'dah, and then a Gobu got loose and then stepped on Minfilia's dad.
Is that real?
That's real, that's what happened, pretty
That's
much.
fucking amazing.
So, Flamine adopt her. But Thancred also took care of her a bit, too. That's what their backstory together is a bit.
Ah, okay. Your daughter, as it turns out. Powerful smaller ships, but have not got the blueprint yet because he used all of them to unlock the Battlestar. You got it, it is Battlestar Galactica after all. What do we got? Oh, I guess really I should take this one. Oh good, it's just taking us there. Color me surprised.
They took you there because they knew now that they're patching the game, people were sick of going to the Waking Sands.
I'm guessing before you would have to come here yourself.
No, I don't think they. I don't know if they changed that or like
Okay.
what. I'm not actually sure if it used to take you there automatically, but if it did, what I more so meant is that, like, they
By
might
this
have
point, they
known
knew.
when they released 2.1 with this story, they're like, I don't know if people like going to the Waking Sands. It's a good thing they're moving out.
Probably should have opened my visor for this soon, but in a way, it's kind of fitting.
Also, Celia is her real name.
Yeah, I figured.
You probably figured that already, yes, but
There is something a bit more fitting to being like a tall, like looming Vieira in the background in like full cyberish armor for stuff like that.
it's just how it is.
Yep, there's that accident. I know your food is done, Luigi, and I know you haven't eaten it yet. Hello. I'm gonna guess Alpha Nod filled her in on that detail on the way. And if I say filled her in, he was probably just ranting at large about how much he hates fucking all that and how they really need to convince Minfilia to leave. Hello.
Probably.
Chirping and walking away. Normally says, really like the game has some kind of armor race going on. Every time you get something new, it seems undefeatable. The enemy pulls out something else that destroys you, and you can play it perfectly to not lose. That's a nice balance to have, that. There's no reason to stay in this fucking shithole that has no aetheryte. Good. I mean, we kinda already own the place. Thought he was gonna buy or something, but no. Alright, what Gimme. He had this all set up like instantly, didn't he? He was waiting for this moment. I don't blame him.
Alphino was preemptive. He already was
Yeah.
moving to Revenant's Toll. The planning was done before it was even a consideration among everyone else, pretty much. That's why he's like, here's the guys from the Adventurers Guild.
Hello. What? Every time I reach down, he walks away. You have food. If you want scratch, you come in the reach. I'm not chasing you under the landing. Pardon me.
You're not pardoned.
Well, fuck.
You're actually getting sent to jail.
Earned the brick, have I? I'll believe it when I fucking see it. This is not a brick.
Reading a book is a break.
Makes sense. I might as well, if we're going to support anyone, it might as well be the neutral place. Just chill and enjoys this tormenting Tataru a bit. I feel like that isn't necessarily wise, although granted we are kind of known nice, so yeah. Everyone seems to know who has saved them because they keep going, oh fuck, you're the one who kills gods.
That's about how it goes, yes.
Ooh, more donut. Come in and we could get a teleport offer back to Horizons. Oh no. Sweet. It's possibly a primal.
Possibly.
Oh, Luigi is squeaking at me even more direly now. Her ships seem completely useless now. You think there was always something used to be a fast ship with medium turrets and powerful rockets, but their armor is too weak. Enemy cuts through them like butter. Big, slow, heavily armored ships is better in every situation. Hey. Oh, is this the pub? It's nigh our biz.
Yes.
Well, hell, that works out.
That's why I was like, we gotta do it though, just eventually at least. Also, the pub, you probably already know, it's called Seventh Heaven.
Yep.
That's a reference to Final Fantasy VII. And our base is gonna be in the back of Seventh Heaven.
I do like the Link shell thing matching with his visor.
It does fit aesthetically.
Alright, I'm gonna guess she's at Horizon.
No.
Assholes come to fucking Mordona already, I swear to god.
That's why we're doing this. While you were moving out, there is an interruption, though. Something bad has happened in Gridania.
Well, the question is, it's possibly a primal.
Well, it does say possibly.
It's
Are
true.
we really sure?
Well, we already murdered Odin on the sly, so I'm gonna guess if it is, it's ramming acting up like a dickhead. It could also just be more Imperials. Well, we only killed what, like the 14th Legion? 13th? 15th?
14th Legion
14th.
was the one that
There's a
got
lot of
us.
legions. Alright, Tatari, what's up? I go down to Amphilia and she says, oh, they're just looking for someone to kill a big bat. I'm gonna fucking... Entity resembling one. The Moogles Guard beyond such fun. The Moogles Guard. The Moogles? Do the moogles have a primal?
Moogles.
A level 70 weapon coffer?
Item level 70, not level 70.
Okay, item level 7.
Your
Huh.
weapon, I think, is actually better than that anyway.
I would hope so at this point. Heal to the king, they summoned a primal. I don't believe it.
Big Moogle.
Threat to all Moogle kind. I didn't think the Moogles were established enough to be their own, like, actual tangible race that people knew of, considering that some of them couldn't see the Moogles at the start of the game. It's wild.
Yeah, but Moogles, so you know, they're from Final Fantasy, so you gotta have them.
That's true, like, this Final Fantasy, and we have had a startling lack of Moogles until now. At least after Gridania, anyway.
I think they also kind of brush off the ability to see them or not see them that they had in the beginning of the game. And they're just like, it's Moogles, you can see them.
That would
Or
make
at
more
least
sense, yeah.
at least if they want to be seen, I think, probably.
That would also make sense, like, they just use magic, they're like, ah, man. Dickheads that cause problems. Yeah, there's a wee Moogle. So, if the Moogles had a primal, that means the primal is probably tempering Moogles, which means we might be killing Moogles. Oh god, we are going to be killing Moogles. I think... Okay, no, it's not at first, because you kill Moogles in the tactical schemes. But... Good King Moggle Mog the 12th.
That's him.
Okay.
It's a big Moogle.
Okay, what happens if you rip off the ball off of its head? It becomes a beast that neither no one in this earth can slay. Like, it becomes like the Ultra Moogle. Don't touch it.
It's like pulling the pin on a grenade.
Exactly. And you think I'm joking, but I will tell you that it happens in a Final Fantasy, and now you have to go see which one. Googling won't help you.
Guess you gotta play all the Final Fantasy
You gotta
games
play all
to
of
see
them.
what happens.
Spin-offs too. The Moogles say there is a literal heaven that they were in. There's a lot of facts coming here that are just kind of upsetting my understanding of the world.
The Moogles were just up in the sky. More context will be given at a later date. This will not be now, though.
So we are just getting Moogle mythology right now.
Indeed, and we're gonna kill a big Moogle.
It's the fact that he was summoned. So they made up their own primal. My god. And instead of like a hell lizard or like some sort of actual deity or anything, they just their primal is just a bigger Moogle.
That's the case.
uh, that's beautiful. No, because Moogles did appear in Final Fantasy III, Imamle. So you could skip Final Fantasies 1 and 2. You can't skip 3. You have to start from there.
Yes. I do also feel the dynamic is interesting, that Gavin is the Final Fantasy lexicon. I know some things about Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy XIV is the game Chris has played, and that's about it.
It must be especially fun for you because you know what happens in this game, so you can see like if whether or not I'm putting it together properly from what I know of other Final Fantasies.
Yes. I've beaten 4, 5, and 6. I started 7 once, but I never went back to it, and I should though, because it's good.
Yeah.
I just didn't continue it. I didn't touch 8 or 9, but I'd like to at some point. I started 10 once, but didn't really do too much. 11's the other MMO. We're gonna push that away. 12 I didn't touch. I own 13. 14 is the game we're playing, and I own 15 on Steam. That's my experience. I got 13 real cheap. I was like, Final Fantasy 13, is that worth $5? Probably.
Yeah, probably.
That's a $5 game.
And remember, it gets good 30 hours in. We're gonna go kill a literal God King.
But he's a Moogle, so it's funny.
Alright, well, I gotta go right now, so...
Oh, well, shit.
Didn't realize it was already past 5.
I will just go until I presume we get this raid instance trial. And then we'll probably park it there for the night.
I don't know, but I'm leaving.
Alright. See you. Thanks for playing. Oh, well, shit.
He's gone. I forgot it was Sunday. That means it's dog's time. But this good, we still got stuff in.
Yep.
I like that, I like when that happens.
Okay. Hello, Luigi. Why do you squeak at me?
Because he's got food, but it's not good enough food.
Probably. Do you want scratched? You have to stay in reach if you want scratched. Yeah, like that. Well, sort of. He's like leaning away a bit. And he's walked away. So you did the DS and I played them over here. One of the changes to the DS were in the other Moogles, which weren't in the original. I feel like they were in the original, but I'd have to check. I don't even play all the Final Fantasies in my Because there are tricks. Like I said, you could skip Final Fantasy 1 and 2. I didn't say you could skip the Game Boy Advance remix of Final Fantasy 1 and 2.
Ooh, maybe there are moogles in those? I don't know.
I mean, but tell him we're gonna Memory's quest from moogles. We tell him, yeah, we'll fucking deal your king. Just fucking get us this shit to let us in the front door. I do love this quest name, by the way.
Yes. Hey, you know what? Here's another game you can skip, Final Fantasy 14. Because Gavin hasn't played it, so he wouldn't know if the moogles, the pom-pom gets ripped off in this game.
That's true, actually. I wouldn't know. I wish I could work out what makes the fucking pad click so I could change local time back to fucking yours at time. It seems to be a very subtle touch. Alright.
It's very subtle.
Have it on me yours at time for the off chance where I'm not doing anything. I can like go like, ah, it's 1 AM, teleport to Quarthus and get those fucking dark steel nuggets or whatever time it is.
On my UI, I have it show Eorzea time and real life time at the same time.
I don't need real life time so much as there's fucking clocks all over the place in this room. What? What is it? You know your food's down there. I fucking showed it to you. It's just attention, you're not hanging around for it. I swear sometimes it feels like he just gets like this because he hears me talking at something and he wants to know what's being spoke. Hang on. I know that fucking book. What was your name? The book was called Tartarus, I think. That's an optional boss in Final Fantasy 9.
Book.
Page 6, you hit it and it would, like, the amount of damage you did would make it turn into a page, and you had to do that to find the true core of the book, otherwise it would shit billions of pages on you in, like, one of the most devastating attacks in the game. At least for the time where you fight it. The main thing I find with, like, Final Fantasy 1 at least, is that it's actually a pretty good JRPG of its time, which, you know, makes sense for how it exploded so much. The only real problem with it is that, like, it runs kind of slow, and that's mostly because, you know, NES. It's it is a good example of, like, the problem with, like, turn-based RPGs, whatever, like, people claim, it's like, oh, I gotta grind all things. No, you don't. You just don't engage with the mechanics, or, like, the game has issues, like, there's no real balancing around fucking enemy encounters or whatever. Alright.
You want to know a weird RPG fact about me, Evan?
Yeah, go for it.
I've played and beaten Earthbound 0, aka Mother 1. But I have not played and beaten Earthbound.
That's wild, actually. Oh my lord.
Or Mother 3. I've only played the first one for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Why?
Because I watched a playthrough of Earthbound once and I was like, I don't know if I play it. I like it and I'm like, I'll play it eventually. But Mother 1 was the one I knew nothing about, so I just played it. But I still haven't played Earthbound. Ain't that wild?
Honestly. I guess that kind of makes sense, but...
I know what happens in Earthbound. I've seen people play it. I just
Yeah.
never played it. And then I was like, I don't know what happens in Mother 1. I'll play Mother 1. And I did it. But now I haven't played the other 2 games.
Am I gonna have to kill moogles here and now? No, there's fucking no way. I've not played any of them so far, and I managed to avoid most information about the games. Goddamn. The main thing you need to know is that kind of legitimately most people who say that like fucking Earthbound is one of the greatest games of all, like fucking the Super Nintendo or anything, is that they're lying because they haven't actually played it. It's a fun game and has a lot of fun things in it, but also it's an asshole game.
It's a good RPG.
It's a fine RPG. It has some RPG design decisions that are fucking actually ahead of its time, like stupidly so. And it has some RPG design decisions that are so ass backwards I kind of wonder why the fuck. Namely around the fact that enemies can be weak to PSI fire, but because of the damage calculations our PSI fire work, you better off just hitting them and fucking freeze anyway.
I have a very high tolerance in video games. This is also another thing that should be known of me.
I mean, that's valid, because like for certain things, so do I. But I'm very persnickety about like what counts as like, you know, the RPG design a lot as well, because like, a lot of my childhood was RPGs. Final Fantasy IX is my favorite game of all time. Pardon me. And it's just shit like that.
I think the simplest way I can put it is, it takes a lot for me to dislike a game. A real middle-of-the-road game, I'll still be like, that's a fun game. But it also takes a whole lot for me to think a game is a great game. So I can tolerate mediocrity pretty easily, but to be above all else, you do have to be a real good work.
Oh boy. It's an escort mission.
In all honesty, it just means I get to enjoy more games.
Yeah, I mean, like, I kind of, is he following me, or, yeah? Yeah. I kind of agree that, like, you know, middle-of-the-road game, I'll be like, you know, that's perfectly fine. Like, the stuff I say is, like, as long as it's not, like, hideously broken or whatever, it's kind of, if it's just functional, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. A lot of games don't meet the bar of just functional. So it's good, and if a game can do that, it's like, yeah, sick. This thing does not want to ever on me. So, how fast can I move that he will follow still? He says faster, so fuck it, it's on you. Keep up with my long Vieira legs. Yep. Malevolent squirrels.
I hate when there's malevolent squirrels. Always a pain behind.
Yep. Stop targeting the Moogle and target the malevolent squirrels. There. Damn, a middle of the road game is like perfectly acceptable still. It's a game that's like actively bad in some ways. I will tend to be like just like, ah, how'd you fuck you do it? Kind of depends on the game. Well, like I'm fairly, I think, in contrast, I'm actually, you know, fairly reasonably able to be like, that's a fucking great game.
Like, I tried to play Dragon Guard 1 once, and I was like, it's a little much to play the game.
Yeah.
But then there were people who say, just skip the first Nier, and I was like, no.
No.
Those and then I played it, and I was like, that's just a good game. It's not even clunky. People say it's clunky. It's not even clunky.
A lot of the clunkiness people find is just them being inept at it, I find.
And then Nier Automata is one of the best games ever made.
I'm inclined to agree. I'm looking forward to like the Replicant remaster. It's gonna be really funny seeing people who started with Automata going back to that and like asking shit like, "Where's 2B?" And it's like, fucker.
Ah, you don't know what Nier is. You just played the one game.
Let me tell you about Dragon Guard ending E.
There was a big giant lady who landed in Tokyo and you fought her with a dragon doing a rhythm game.
And then the dragon was shot down by fire jets.
And then they turned to dust, but the dust was poison to the world, and that's how Nier happened.
And you know, you skip like fucking 1,000 years of history and like various machine wars, and then you get the Automata.
I love Nier Automatopia. What a neat game about robots.
Alright. Alright. Yeah, I was kind of wondering what this little gap in this area was for, really.
It's to fight a big moogle.
Thorn March hard. Is there a Thorn March normal?
No.
Well.
They just started calling them hard for signifying that 8 people do the trial.
Ah, okay.
And then in later expansions, they're like, why do we even call it hard? It's just the regular mode. There's no normal mode.
Fair enough. Well, see, that's a duty. I think this is where we'll park it.
Park the car and get out.
I'm going to preemptively teleport to Crisis because it's very near 1 AM yours at time. Which means I might be able to nick some dark steel nuggets.
Ooh. You're really in the gathering game when it's like, this only appears between these times of the in-game day. At these specific gathering spots.
I think I know how I'm going to be able to actually like, make the fucking plates we need for that airship. Because the Twin Adder like provisioner shit for like X amount of seals give me a far better like hammer for armor than I actually have, although I need to get to level 50 to use it. So the solution is within reach.
That sounds good.
I think I might actually millibite here a sec, just to see if it actually does. Well, it must do, because I see the telltale signs of someone else's thing up there waiting for it.
You can see their stealth ring.
Yeah. Ironically.
It's raining in the goblet. I like what it rains here. It's not as common because it's a desert.
That's nice. Does it rain a lot in like the forest then, or?
I think it would rain more often, yes.
That's funny. It'd be kind of nice if there was like a Mordona one so you could see the magic crystal haze.
No, there's no Mordona district.
Alas, Luigi squeaks to himself in the distance.
There is a Stormblood district, which is weird because they never added a district in Heaven's Word, but it looks like they might retroactively do it at some point in the future.
What about Shadowbringers? Does it have one?
No, for reasons I can't tell you and you will not understand.
Fair enough. Just you and me waiting for this fucking rock.
If you look at it, it'll happen faster. Watch that pot, it'll certainly boil.
Alright, we're almost there. Nope. There it is.
Hit the rock! Do it better. And the game will reward you with special metal.
Those fucking dark steel ores.
Give me the special metal.
Give me the shit.
I want it.
Fuck. Hell yeah. I have 49 chunks of that shit. Alright, coming back to the house. Alright, someone bought my chunks of tin ore.
Getting that paper.
It's crapped up on me, 'cause like the retainer I do I'm all the main selling shit through now has like 70,000 gil on her. It's like, oh damn. It actually does build up fairly quickly. A lot of them actually like selling things on the player market regularly.
Chris bought a private chamber in the house, but it's still like private, locked. We can't go into it.
He's got grand plans, I assume. He'll bring us in when he's sorted. If you've watched his Animal Crossing planning streams, you know he puts a lot of thought into his personal design stuff.
There's a Christmas wallpaper,
Ah.
but it was from the 2014 Christmas event.
Does it come back for any other ones, or?
It has not, but it is. You can sell it on the market board. Let me see how much it's going for. Starlight interior wall for 5 million gil.
God damn. I guess that makes sense because it's such a rare one, but
It was at the 2014 event, and not again. Also, the actual proper Christmas tree you can put inside, that's $1.5 million right now.
oh damn.
The outdoor trees, well, this one, the sun-topped Starlight Sentinel, which I think was the rarest one, is 74 million. Moon-topped one, no one's selling it. Star-topped one, 20 million gil. Starlight Wreath, 9 million.
I want to find out if he actually has like some sort of giant marketing scam going on. He's gonna have the money for this within like a month.
Nah, it's probably take some work.
I should probably buy like a room in the house at some point, but I like having the gil around to like just occasionally go, ah fuck it, I can't be bothered finding this material, solve my problem for me. Once I get to the part where I'm like making consistently enough money that's not an issue, then maybe.
Then perhaps.
I guess here's a question. Can like a free company own like more than one house, or you can only own the one house? Like can individual members then buy houses or whatever?
A free company can own one house.
Yeah.
However, an individual can also own a house.
Okay. Not that we exactly need more than one, but the thought occurred. I guess that makes sense, because, like, it's something, like, most people would be in free companies, but you should, like, you know, someone still has to be able to buy their own house, I guess, if they make that much money.
Yep, and for there, you also can still, like, buy an apartment space for, like, the one-time purchase.
Yeah,
I think it's similar to your room cost in the house, like, adding a room here is about similar to, I think, getting an apartment, which is about the same sized room as well.
Fair enough. And, like, I'm gonna guess, like, house size doesn't have an effect on room size, or does it?
No. The small, like, that's why the rooms, the personal rooms, are bigger than the actual first floor of our house.
Ah, okay.
If we got a medium house, then the medium house would be bigger, the rooms would be the same size.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, I think I'll do this for the night. I will probably actually hang around online for a bit anyway, because, you know, punch out this book.
Alright.
Actually, what do you say to running Sunken Temple of Karn, like, right now?
Yes!
Okay, bonus content, let's go.
You gotta kick Chris out of the party, though. He's offline.
Shit.
Bonus content.
Let's go. It does look quite nice in the rain around here, like the grass shimmering and all. Oh, the pool doesn't have like little sprinkles on it.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, that would be more processing power than is necessary for an MMO, to be fair. Maybe for MMOs on the PS5 we'll reach that level.
MMOs are the Microsoft Excel of RPGs. It's just numbers.
That's fair. But they get the job done.
That way you only, like I said, that minimizes how many packets you have to send across the network and minimizes load on the big server.
Yeah.
Like, what's a good example?
You could, like, theoretically have, like, graphical effects like that just done locally and not sent to server. But I guess that would be a lot of delineation and extra code that they just, you know, no seeing person would actually want to do, to be fair. Unless it was already, like, pre-baked into an engine or something. He's squeaking downstairs like a madman, but... Well, we have a DPS. Ironically, we need our healer.
Here's something, like for example, they don't, like, again, since it's entirely math, there is no actual, you've already realized there's no actual hitboxes on moves.
Yeah.
But, like, look at this. Hang on, let me see if I can do this.
Yeah, just turned away from it.
I do have to be facing it still a little bit.
I think that's because they have, like, some moves with directionals that only applies to a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like auto attack.
I feel like there was a period though where like, hang on, auto attacks don't count though. So it's just mostly based on proximity and facing.
Yeah.
And that's like because it's all just doing calculations based on distance and the attack's strength. And that's also how they're doing AoE detections, like your proximity in this range, and yada blah blah blah.
What are you squeaking for? What is it? What? I don't want to. I've already started the timer. When I was playing shit with David yesterday at one point, I was like, okay, wait time of 10 minutes, I'll get up, go down, feed the cat, come back, and feed like 2 minutes. Came back up in time to see that I was told I was getting a penalty. And David on Discord just going like magic.
The penalty doesn't do anything unless you get multiple of them.
That's fair, at least.
In a single day.
That's good, at least.
Where it's like, hey, you keep sandbagging, so you're banned from the duty finder for 30 minutes. If you get a bunch of them.
So here's something that I don't know if you know the answer to, but I saw it in passing while like discussing classes with David. So like, Summoner and Scholar both come off of Arcanist, don't they?
Yes.
So,
They might want to change that eventually, though.
Yeah, I was going to ask, does that conceptually mean that like they share the same level?
I think they do.
Okay.
Also, I just used my special get rid of enmity feature. I finished the fight. I'm not even fighting it anymore.
I forgot about that. There we go.
Now you don't have to run away.
It's fucking blast, honestly.
I'm glad Chris got a UI that he feels more comfortable with. That seems nice.
Yeah, that should do him some good.
I just made my fingers do what the game mostly was default as.
I'm kind of like that, but it's because, you know, with a controller that's more natural, I suppose. This whole button, smack button. Do need to get a keyboard for like,
Text entry.
yeah.
Just get a cheap wireless one that's like $5. It doesn't need to be any more than that.
Yeah, I figured. I was gonna go just look up like a basic like wired one. I don't know if the PS4 would work with a wireless one. No reason why it shouldn't, but I just
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
see why not.
I just don't know if it has like fuckery involved or whatever. Someone should actually Google up. There we go.
There it is.
Oh, don't fuck us, other DPS. Okay, good. Like, conceptually should, in which case, I do have a wireless one here that I still have to set up, but it boasts the ability to like switch between multiple devices via Bluetooth. If that one could work with it, that would be wild.
You should give it a try.
I should. I need to set that up in general, because I got that from my iPad to do work on. And then I ended up not having to go outside or go anywhere that would need it, so... balls.
Look at all these moves we can't use, though.
Yeah.
Back at it again.
It's the thing with if we had Chris, I would like say that speed on it, but I'm not sure how bad it is, whether he was using it at massive ass levels in comparison. I'm over here talking this, so... Pardon me. This is the thing, just looking at the memories comment when they work hard, nobody's like so far down his backlog. how recently have you managed your backlog? I pretty recently just decided to not actually take stock. Looking at them, for some things I assumed were like ballbusters for time. Please, ballbusters for time. I looked at shit like how long did we find? Like, okay, that's kind of reasonable-ish. Granted, I'm not in university and thus in the hell constant state of exams every single day of my life. So. To start of it, and I'm only through like the first chapter, but I hear the first E word. You did, yes. But you know, I was just asking like, how do you like when you most recently managed your backlogs? Like I recently did a thing where like I looked at stuff like. Saw what I did have, what I didn't have, stuff when like, would I actually really want to play this, and carve shit out and all, and then just did a thing where like I would check the times for like the how long to beat time for stuff I thought was like going to be like hellishly balls long and stuff like that.
What was the E word? I don't think I picked up on.
Oh, that was exams.
Oh yeah.
This is not really a constant state of well, not just him, like several people I know who are still in education, like it's like every other fucking day, like I have exams.
Exam these nuts. That's a classic.
Sorry, I felt by the end of it.
Goodbye, Doom. That Doom didn't seem eternal to me. Oh, it moved.
Cheeky breaky. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Mario sticker star. Like, at least at the end of chapter 1, I can see all the obvious problems of just kind of releasing Hero Marios in general. But a lot of them just kind of like, this seems at most inoffensive. And this is kind of the thing, like, a lot of things kind of like, you need to divorce some of them from the context of the release at least to get an actually good look at them.
I like Paper Mario as a series a lot.
That's fair.
But I was always a Mario and Luigi guy.
I think of the two, I'll probably ultimately agree with that, because I'm actually very fond of like, Partners in Time and Bowser's Inside Story in particular.
I was like, yeah, Mario and Luigi. It's like, I was sad about Paper Mario, but Mario and Luigi, that's still going, and then Alpha Doom was closed, and I was like, oh.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. It's gone.
To some extent, like, certain games you straight up kind of divorce in the context of their release, like DMC Devil May Cry. It was a game, because that game, the developers and such actively were antagonistic towards previous fans. Oh wait, yeah, I shouldn't be attacking this. Oh well, they attacked it, so now we have to wait. Like, the developers were openly, actively, publicly antagonistic towards previous series fans, and the game has multiple jabs towards such in it and all that. You just can't divorce that one from what it was.
I got DMC Devil May Cry for $5. The way it actually ended out is at the GameStop a few months ago, they were like, here's old used games, buy 2, get 2 free, under $5 or something to that effect, or under this amount. So I got 4 games. I got 2 good ones, and 2 games that are slightly controversial, but it was worth it because I essentially considered those the free games.
Fair.
So it's like, if I'm gonna collect games, get them while they are in this state of being nothing.
That's a good right there. What was the other one, might I ask?
So I purchased Resident Evil 4 for the Nintendo's Wii.
Good choice.
And BioShock Infinite for the PS3. And the 2 I got for free were Final Fantasy 13 and DMC Devil May Cry.
Okay.
So I was like, these games are controversial, but I'm getting them essentially for free in this situation.
It's not a bad way to have it. Final Fantasy 13 released like a week of my birthday that year, and I was like fucking buzzing like hell for it. And then by the end of the week, I was like,
Do you actively dislike it, or are you lukewarm on it?
I hated it at the time, and I still actively dislike it. Even like on reflection, kind of like when you play like Final Fantasy 13 2, the problems with 13 become a lot easier to explain. Where it's like just a case of skill. A lot of the times, like your average enemy encounter in Final Fantasy 13 1 can have like fucking hundreds of thousands of hit points, so they all take forever. Then 13 2 was like, okay, let's divide this by like 10, 100, and suddenly, hey, this is a much snappier and more pleasant game.
So 13.2 was better, though?
Yeah.
And I generally hear 13.3 was actually pretty good.
I don't know about pretty good, but I thought it was decent. It had like, actually a lot of like genuine, interesting ideas. Some fun writing stuff, and I kind of want to go, to be fair to the 13 games, I kind of want to go back to them and re-examine them, because I've heard in recent times that like, the localizations actually vary a lot from the Japanese original script, from the Japanese voice acting, like, to the point where it's clear that localizers kind of fucked with it in ways that ended up being unfavorable to it. It's kind of like, you should probably find some ways of like re-examining with that in mind. Like actually fair to them, but some things just can't be fixed. Like 13.1 is still a fucking slog of a game to play. But a lot of stuff I didn't like about 13.3 was like story stuff. So like with that in mind, it's kind of, you know, maybe it is better than I realize.
I don't know. I just think it's interesting to discuss. Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers is Final Fantasy 14-4. That's kind of how I explained it once.
Yeah, I feel like that's a decent way of explaining it.
Although it is essentially the whole same story.
Yeah. No, I mean, that could still be like a, you know, 14-4 that is. It's just like each sequel carries it on.
Golem Soulstone. I think Mario and Luigi Dream Team is not as bad as people say, though.
Do people say that one's bad?
They say it's a little bit of a slog because it tutorializes everything in the beginning of the game.
I mean, if it doesn't stay that way for the whole thing, then yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah, they're not saying, like, blaming it the whole thing for that, so they're like, eh.
But I think I still rank it higher than most people. I think it's my second favorite one.
I haven't played it, so, like, I only played for the first two.
And then Paper Jam I felt lukewarm about.
I know Chris loved that one. I wonder how much of that is him wanting to die on the hill with Peter Moore. It's kind of the thing I've noticed where, like, during him actively playing Origami King, he fucking didn't like most of it. He did it in parts as well, and then now he's talking about it as if it's like a great game, and shit like it's kind of like my man. So, you can like just trace the gradual shift in his approach as time goes on.
But you'll have to wait to discuss that to the podcast spoilers edition special
Yep.
mode.
In which Gavin tries to ritualistically murder a video game as Chris stops him.
Gavin, no, it's okay! It's an okay game! Nah, it's fun though.
But for another time.
That's for another time.
This game on my backlog has been Oaks and Men for a while now. That is the thing, it's supposed to be for like new releases or things that happen to catch your eye situation and just detract from the backlog for the rest. I feel that a lot. Yeah, Sticker Star's kind of that in a sense. Although in another sense, it's kind of like playing Sonic Forces, where it's like, this is one for the critical repertoire to have a view on it and to inform my view on other things.
Poking this guy with his sword. I don't think he likes it, he died.
Mantises tend to hit swords. This is true of every mantis I've ever known.
Why did I kill him? I wasn't paying attention, I was just thinking about stuff.
Yeah,
I killed.
lost in the fog.
It's like, yeah, let's kill this guy. Wait, that's the guy we gotta use on the button.
Why me? Step forward.
Okay, that's all set.
Another example, just because another example of a game that you can't perhaps shouldn't divorce in the context of its release is like Metal Gear Solid 2. It's a good chunk of that game's like sheer like just how beautiful a game that is actually directly based on its relation and existence as a sequel to Metal Gear Solid 1. Stuff like that.
In Metal Gear Solid 4, Ocelot did a scene where he did finger guns and it was funny.
That is a good scene.
You know what's actually weird though? The entire reason I got a PS3 was so I could get it used just to play Persona 5. Like I was like, it's on PS4, but it's on PS3 and I could get that for cheap. Dang, I would like to play that game. I think Gavin might have been interrupted.
I was, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, I bought a PS3 just to play Persona 5 in the first place. It's weird.
That is
That's a weird
curious.
reason to buy a PS3. But it was made as a PS3 game, so I don't know. They just put it on PS4 because of how long it took to make the game.
How does it perform on PS3?
Like, I haven't noticed any issues because you can tell it was natively made for the PS3.
Yeah, in the PS4 version, you can tell it's like some textures are kind of like, this is from an older age.
It's like how I bought Breath of the Wild for the Wii U. It's like, this was the game it was made for this system, so I don't see any issues.
I heard that one's like performance is pretty fine, like it's more or less identical.
It's identical, yes. I could not tell a difference, although there was that problem on launch when certain areas of Breath of the Wild were laggy, when it was in docked mode and not handheld mode.
I remember that.
And then they fixed that with a patch, but that was the only big problem I feel like I remember about the launch of the game.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, well, like I gotta jump off this building and go whoosh. Great game. And that's why it won Game of the Year award from Jeff's Funny Show.
Welcome to the Laser Fox Zone.
I hate when I'm in the laser zone. That's my least favorite place to be.
There's no end to the Laser Zone. Fist of the Sixth Sun, that's such a name.
I got both player commendations.
I was looking like I didn't get any.
I got both of them.
Fucker.
Because I'm the tank.
Right, you deserve it because you're a good tank.
Tanks and healers really sponge up the commendation. If you're a DPS that gets a commendation, you should feel really good though.
That's good. I got like some of the dungeons have been running, so I do good occasion. Like, yeah, someone respects my art. All right. Oh, it's nice sunny.
That's how weather works. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes it isn't.
We restored life to the world. Yes, I think that'll do us. Thank you for your assistance on that. And slam out the rest of this book.
Finish reading your book.
You know, probably just like wander off and do that and just go stand around waiting for these fates and shit.
Yeah. Boy, the books are just a lot.
They are. You can like speed through a lot of them, at least most of them in some ways. Like I've been getting very lucky with the fates at least. They seem to be like the worst part of the that and solo DPS queues.
I forgot how much a lot it was when we started off. I was like, we can do a couple of them. We did one. I was like, whew. That was more than I remembered.
I'm like, this is I think the halfway point book, so. Getting there.
The book is the halfway point on the relic quest, and the rest are faster, but there's also one step that's pretty expensive. But I can help with that.
Is that the Bombard core bit?
No, there's one where it's like you need these 4 pieces of like equipment and stuff.
Ah, okay.
And it's like, hey, this one's 100,000 gil right now.
Ow, my bones. I will owe you a great debt. Alright, yes.
Actually, in fact, here. That's one of the 4 of them.
Oh, you already had it?
I'm a blacksmith, so I could just make that.
Ah. Oh shit.
I
thank you.
made one in advance because we were doing before we even started the relic quest. So you can just hit trade. You're fine.
Have some. That is a thanks, if you will.
Yeah. I appreciate trade.
Thank you.
Let me look. How much is that actually on the market right now? Because I just made it because it was really easy as a blacksmith, and it cost me like nothing. And I sold a couple of them for pretty cheap.
Can you make the others, or is it just that one?
A high quality perfect pestle is currently about 70,000.
Damn.
But for you, you get the funny discount. You also need perfect vellum, which is around 86 right now. Perfect pounce, which is 72,000, and I think perfect cloth, which is about 53,000. So that's a lot cheaper than when I actually did the relic quest, though.
Yeah.
It was about 100 to 200,000 per each, so I spent about 1 million gil doing it.
Quirtham tea. I can see into like the future of leather, really.
But it's like
Yeah, I'll need to have a gander at them thing. See if I go. I
those
presume.
were under like
Yeah.
master recipes, though. Which is
Oh, I
under,
don't
like,
have any of that
gold
shit.
bag. You have to like. There's a guy in Mordona that you trade special items to that gives you the master recipes for a Reborn.
Ah, okay.
And then in future expansions, there's more books for master recipes in different expansions. Yeah. This is our neighbor who lives in the big house.
They seem quite fun. No worries, Hammer. He's away. That katana is pretty sick, though. And that gear.
That's actually, it's not a samurai though. It's a dark knight with
Oh,
a
shit.
katana.
Alright. Well, good night, chat, and thank you for coming out and watching. And thank you, Evan, for playing. As ever. Good shit. I don't have a button for just taking my shit out, so I'm just gonna stand and watch. Alright. So watching, fellas, I'll see yous around whenever for Curse of the Moon 2. That'll probably be sometime over the week. Yes. Good night, and stare deeply into the moon's eyes.